So if we have a conflict, we don't love each other. What do you think? Hello, everyone. Today we are going to talk about rejections to conflict. Or, for example, it means that I tell you that I feel great, my love, but actually I'm full of anger. Or I don't want to go to visit your parents, but I say that it's okay. I want to go. So I lie in some way, or I do some sort of action to avoid a confrontation in my relationship. And generally, we all are doing this in our relationships. We avoid the conflict. We have some sort of rejection, fear to this. And okay, we may think in the beginning that this is good for the relationship, that we are kind of avoiding some problems, some issues, but actually, this has a huge impact in our relationship, a negative impact. In this video, we will explain you first why we are doing this, what kind of habits take us to act in this way to reject the conflict, and of course, we will share with you how to navigate this conflict so you can overcome these communication issues, navigate your differences, and actually achieve conscious agreements. This is what we call creating a common ground. My name is Pablo.
My name is Monica, and this is Inner Spark, the spirituality, personal development, and conscious relationship. So what is the origin of the conflict? The origin is a difference between the partners, between Monica, that I am from Poland. I have my past, my future also, but I have my past, I have my parents, I have my family, and all this creates kind of perception in me through which I see the world. And the same with Pablo. Pablo is from Spain, has different culture, different family, different memories, different body, different biology. Everything makes us different and individual, like unique, really unique.
And this is the origin of the conflict, the different point of perception.
Yes, totally different kind of perception of the world. Yes.
The thing is that every single person out there have a unique point of perception. So when two people meet each other and decide to be in a relationship, eventually these differences will come up and conflicts are inevitable.
We cannot wait that we just meet a perfect partner and it will be perfect. It's impossible. Sooner or later, it will come. The intensity. The conflict creates intensity. When two energies come together, they are different, they clash in some point. There is like a point of clash. And this creates a lot of emotional intensity in us. And we don't like intensity, so we want to avoid it. But we can't.
Actually, when we are rejecting or avoiding the conflict, we are not rejecting the conflict itself, but the intensity
yes,
of the lack of comfort that is behind the conflict. This conflict is creating in us an experience that we don't like. That's why we try to avoid it. So when we are rejecting the conflict or we are rejecting this intensity, this lack of comfort, why we are doing this? This is a very interesting question. We learn in our childhood that actually we learn this from the system, from our family, from the system of the comfort, that they told us that happiness is equal to comfort. This is why we try to build a life full of comfort, and we try to build a life with no intensity. Comfortable house, comfortable work, comfortable car, everything very nice. We don't want intensity in our life. And then we apply this idea into the relationship framework. And we say a happy relationship is a comfortable relationship. But actually, it is not possible to actually develop your relationship and to create real intimacy and real connection. Because this idea comes from the reptilian brain, which is this part of the brain which is telling us all the time, your purpose in life is to survive, to keep yourself safe, to keep yourself warm, cozy, and everything is going to be okay. But this is, of course, this is not a way to develop yourself. Survival is very, very basic goal.
Yes, and exactly this part of the brain tells us that conflict, the intensity, is dangerous for us. It's like it recognizes as danger. They are three main false beliefs we have. First one, that the conflict will harm me. The second, the conflict will harm my partner. And the third, the conflict will destroy relationship. But it cannot be more farther from the truth, because actually the conflict itself is the key element of the successful relationship, of building successful relationship, and I will explain you why.
We will explain.
Yes, we will.
By the way, guys, if you like this kind of conscious content, please subscribe and hit the little bell. For you, it's very easy, very comfortable, and you will help us a lot. So you said how to accept and navigate conflicts. Okay, the first thing is to accept the conflict in your relationship, and to accept something, the only thing you have to do is to recognize the value, which is the value of the conflict. And actually, the conflict is opening three huge doors or windows full of potential for your relationship. First, the conflict is talking or is telling you about your wounds, your past. Every time that you feel contraction, that you feel that you are confronting something intense and comfortable, it means you are coming closer to some wound from your past, some traumatic experience maybe you had in your family, maybe we had with our ex-partners, maybe that is something in our karma. So first potential of the conflict is helping us to heal, to come closer and to heal this wound. The second potential is the capacity to know better our present, because when we have the conflict, we can observe the conflict, and through this observation to know better ourselves, to see what kind of beliefs, programs we have, what kind of expectations. Sometimes we don't know even our real expectations, our real desires are a bit hidden. So this is an opportunity for us to observe them. And the same with our partner. We can know better our partner, what our partner wants in life, what are the weaknesses, the delicate, the sensitive points of our partners, their desires, their longings, expectations, so on. So conflict is helping us to understand better the present. And the third potential door is regarding the future. The conflict, of course, if we navigate through the conflict successfully and we agree, we reach an agreement, we cooperate, we reach a final idea, in this way we develop the capacity to actually transform the reality with our relationship, to bring the new, to create something new, a family, a project, a trip, any kind of expansion or experience that we want to bring to our relationship. It requires agreement, it requires cooperation, it requires synergy. So to heal the past, to know the present, and to create the future, the conflict is helping us to do these key things in our relationship.
So once you accept that you have a conflict, the second step is to share with your partner, communicate what you want, be transparent, sincere with your partner. You have to create like a safe space with each other, where you can express yourself freely without judgment, without any comments, in silence. So it creates a ground for the healthy communication.
Is to have this possibility to tell you whatever I want to tell you with no fear.
I will shout at you.
You will shout at me, you will reject me. Like, this is not going to work. So you will hear, you will listen to me, I will listen to you.
Yes, it'll be to express yourself fully and to be heard.
Even if we don't agree.
Even if we don't agree.
And then once we accept the conflict and we have this space, this safe space to share, the next thing is to be mindful. This is very important because, of course, we are proposing you like not to suppress the conflict. We should not suppress the conflict, but we should not feed the conflict, because otherwise the conflict may become a fight, may become negative, aggressive, and like this we are just going to basically destroy our energies, become negative, become rejective, and this is not going to help us. So we need to have this attitude, mindful attitude, that help us to observe the conflict, observe both points of views, with patience, with love, till the solution, the agreement, the shift will come to us.
So we accept the conflict, we observe it, and we share our different points of view.
The mindful attitude.
Yes.
Exactly.
And finally, in order to overcome conflict, we need to sacrifice something. We cannot hold on to what we believe is right. This way, its conflict will never finish. So the only solution is to develop flexibility in you. Because in a relationship, we have to, with time, we need to be more and more flexible and be able to move our point of perception. To see the situation also from the point of view of your partner and go for some little compromises. So to find a solution that is satisfactory for both. I'm afraid there is no other solution.
Yes, I have to change something from my
Yes,
proposal. You have to
yes.
change a little bit.
We have to lose this stiffness and to stop holding to our belief, because it will not help the relationship to grow.
And when we do this, how this affects the relationship?
The transformation happens. We change. Each of the partners starts changing, and this is a base to create unity, because we cannot create union between two partners who stick to who they are. We can only merge when both parts changing also, and develop and transform into something new.
Beautiful, awesome. We cannot create union between two stiff elements.
Not possible.
It's not possible.
It will also always create conflicts and intensity and anger.
Awesome. This is actually conscious relationship.
Yes. You have to sacrifice something.
Let go.
C'est la vie.
So the conflict, to sum up, is a key element, key process for the conscious relationship. It helps us to relax our personalities, and actually this allows us to connect in a deeper level and to create real intimacy. And actually, a conflict is the entrance door to this amazing opportunity of the sacred alchemist, triggering this process that will allow us to know ourselves better and to know better our partners.
So when we accept conflict, navigate it, we make our relationship stronger, and it will become unbreakable during time. And actually, it leads the path for the unconditional love.
It will take us to unconditional love.
Yes.
Yes, amazing. So basically, this video is an invitation for you to open, to express fully yourself, and to explore your differences with no fear. I hope that this video will help you in your journey towards conscious love, the conscious relationship. Just send you tons of love, my friend, and see you in the next video.
Bye-bye.